ਅੰਤਰਰਾਸ਼ਟਰੀ ਵਿਕਾਸ ਲਈ ਕੰਜ਼ਰਵੇਟਿਵ ਆਲੋਚਕ ਗਾਰਨੇਟ ਜਿਨੂਇਸ ਅਤੇ ਕੰਜ਼ਰਵੇਟਿਵ ਸੈਨੇਟਰ ਲਿਓ ਨੇ ਫੈਡਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਚੀਨ ਦੇ ਸ਼ਿਨਜਿਆਂਗ ਖੇਤਰ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਬਰਦਸਤੀ ਮਜ਼ਦੂਰੀ ਨਾਲ ਬਣਾਈਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦੀ ਦਰਾਮਦ ਤੇ ਪਾਬੰਦੀ ਲਗਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਮੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਸੈਨੇਟਰ ਹਾਊਸਾ ਕੋਲਸ ਨੇ 2021 ਚ ਇੱਕ ਬਿੱਲ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕੀਤਾ ਜੋ ਅਜਿਹੀ ਪਾਬੰਦੀ ਲਾਏਗਾ।
Uyghur men, women and children are being raped, tortured and murdered because they're Muslim. Unfortunately, an identical motion recognizing the Uyghur genocide was defeated in the Senate shortly thereafter. However, that motion in the Senate did grab the attention of someone who has been an incredible and vocal opponent and critic of the communist regime of China. He is someone who has used this high profile to call them out, as well as calling out those of us in the West who are complicit in their human rights abuses through our own inaction. I'm talking about our very special guest here on stage with us, Mr. Enes Kanter Freedom. And you will be hearing from Mr. Freedom in a moment. We're also joined today by Ms. Sarah Tish. Ms. Tish is an international human rights lawyer and senior fellow at the Macdonald-Laurier Institute. She was lead counsel for the Uyghur Rights Advocacy Project when they were granted intervenor status in last year's court case with the federal government over the CBSA's refusal to block imports from Xinjiang region in accordance with their obligation under the Canada-US-Mexico Free Trade Agreement. Mr. Freedom has been fearless over the past several years as he has taken on the NBA, companies like Nike, and megastars like LeBron James for continuing to aid and abet China's genocidal regime. And when he reached out to me and asked if there was anything he can do to help our efforts here in Parliament, I happily said yes. So that's what brings us here today. Integrated with this genocide in Xinjiang is undeniable evidence that up to 1 million members of the Uyghur minority continue to be victims of forced labor for the benefit of the communist authorities and for the benefit of businesses that are implicated in this activity. And while the United States is preparing to bring into force later this month a law banning all imports from Xinjiang region, here in Canada we have stopped not one container of goods from that region, not a single one. The only one that had been stopped has since been released to the importer. And that's why we invite Mr. Freedom to be here with us today to draw attention to and support our efforts like Bill S-204 to have the Trudeau government ban the import of all goods from the Xinjiang region. With that, I turn the microphone over to my friend and colleague, MP Garnet Jenis, for a few words, who of course all of you know has been a strong advocate and supporter